These Pecatonica High School students are on a field trip of sorts.
Seeing how our nation and our democratic process works.
But they're not here simply to witness the process. They're here to be part of it.
I started school in 1995 in the early childhood program at Pecatonica. That same year, the school board had to cut technical education because of a relatively new funding system of revenue caps.
Harley Demler and his classmates are adding their voices to a growing demand for lawmakers to rethink school funding.
These groups represent administrators, teachers, school board members, and people from various geographic areas of the state.
From Superior and Kenosha to Green Bay and Altoona, citizens came from around Wisconsin to plead for school funding reform. They're testifying before the Assembly's Education Committee in support of the SFN proposal. Small, large, urban, and rural school districts are standing together for change.
The citizens of 2030 deserve better. You have the opportunity to change the funding formula and stop the bleeding of our public schools.
Students offer themselves as an example that what happens at the Capitol has very real consequences in Wisconsin schools.
We've gone through a lot of cuts, like teacher cuts and class cuts.
I'm kind of like the product of everything that's happened, and what they've done is part of me now.
Many advocates started fighting for change before these students even entered the public school system.
I have been concerned for more than 15 years about this school funding formula.
We're really in deep trouble. You have schools in northern Wisconsin, some of them that have gone to 4-day weeks because the transportation costs are so great.
We can't cut the heat bill because we have 5 fewer kids in the classroom. The heat's got to stay on. There just isn't anything left to cut.
The funding plan from the School Finance Network strives to level the playing field.
Every student in every school, in every district in Wisconsin must be treated equally. Period.
I've loved my time at Pecatonica, but I know that when I go to Marquette University next year and enter the engineering program, I will be at a disadvantage because I have not been able to get enough electives in the engineering field. I think I did make a difference. As you look up at them, you can kind of see them nodding, they're paying attention to you.
They kind of looked at us and they could see that we needed something different.
We cannot let our schools go down.
There's a sense of urgency here, that the time for change is now.
I took off work, losing a day's pay, and I'm here because this is, to me, the last bastions.
Everyone in there cares. And if we can continue to talk to each other and work with each other, we can do this.
I don't know how you could have sat through 3 hours of that testimony and not be convinced that the funding formula is broken, that people are pleading with us, begging with us to please help them educate the students that come to their schools.
Everyone putting their voices together will make a difference.